So go to paper 2, May, June 2021, family. Yeah, first question says, describe 2 ways increased life expectancy has impacted on the family. When we talk about increased life expectancy, it means that the number of years people are expected to live has increased. So how has this impacted in the life of the family? So the first point is about increased involvement of grandparents in child care. So now that means you're going to have grandparents living longer. That is what it means. So with grandparents living longer, they will be able to take care of the kids. Do you understand the point? They'll be able to take care of the kids. Then, especially for those parents who are dual owners, dual workers, that means both partners are working.
Yes.
So with the help of grandparents, because they are living longer, they'll be able to take care of them for them. So that's the first one. Then the negative impact about about increase in life expectancy is the financial strain. The financial strain. Yeah, children will have to spend more money taking care of the elderly ones. So parents have to spend more money to take care of the grandparents.
So this is
it's a financial strain.
No, I mean that's not a good thing.
Yeah. That's what it means.
Describe 2 ways increased life expectancy has impact on family. So one thing is good and
the other one, yeah. You get the point?
Yes.
So the first point I made was with increased life expectancy, grandparents will live longer. And for them to live longer, they will be able to help dual workers, that's the partners that are both workers. They can go to their work and grandparents will be able to take care of the kids or the child or their children for them. But the problem about the life expectancy is that if life expectancy increases, grandparents will live longer. And as soon as they live longer, it means it becomes a financial strain. It becomes a financial burden for the parents.
Yes.
Because they have to, because grandparents would need a lot of health care. You understand? So, and it's expensive. So that means it's a financial strain to them.
Yes.
You get the point? So we go to question 2. They said, explain 2 reasons why there may be greater gender equality within the family today than in the past. So when we talk about gender equality, we're talking about both male and female having almost the same, what do we call it? Have equal rights. That's what it means, that they can, both male and female are treated equally. Do you understand what gender equality means here?
Gender equality, yes, but the question.
Yeah, the question is saying, how has gender equality today, this day, greater than how it was in the family before now? So that means in the family these days, how do they treat girls and boys? How do they treat males and females? Unlike in the past. That is the question. Did you get it now? So here I wrote, there may be greater gender equality today than in the past due to the following reasons. 1, more women in full-time employment. This is why that there is a greater need for the male to undertake child care too. So these days, women are also working. So as a result, the men might need to also take care of the children whenever the mother is off to work. So that's equality, isn't it?
Yes.
So, and when the man is off to work, the woman is available, then she can take care of the kids too. 2, more women having equal access to education. So these days, a lot of women have access to education, unlike those days that education is basically for men in the past. But these days, women also have accessibility to education. Yes or no? Yes. So because they have accessibility to education, now they know their rights, they know their freedom. Do you understand? They know what it means to have freedom. They know what their rights are. So it makes them to be aware of things that they have to do and things that the men have to do, so that there will be equality. Because education will teach you to know more. Do you get the point or not?
Yes.
So female awareness, women awareness, because of accessibility to education, has changed the way family is being run. You get it? Go to 2B. They said, explain one strength and one limitation of liberal feminist view to the view of the family. We have radical feminists and we have the liberal feminists. For the liberal feminists, they believe that the society is patriarchy because the rules and the policies that are supposed to be there to make the society not patriarchy is not there. So the liberal, they don't believe in radicalism. They believe that things should be done properly with rules and regulations.
That's the second point.
No, 2B. We are going to 2B now.
Yes.
They said explain one reason, one strength and one limitation of liberal feminist
View of the family.
view of the family. The feminist view of the family is that the family is patriarchy, that men dominate the family, that decisions are solely made by men. For the liberal feminists, they believe that it is so because the policies are not in place, the social policies are not in place that will make the family to be equal. That is the liberal feminist. Do you get my point? So, do you get who liberal feminists are now?
Yes.
They are those feminists who don't believe in radicalism. They believe that things should be done in the right way, with policies, with laws, not the radical ones. The radical ones believe that we have to fight it out. So it has to be disagree to agree.
So there is types of feminists.
Yeah, we have the radical one and the liberal one.
Okay.
So the liberal, they believe that everything should be written.
The policies and the rules.
That with policies, the family will become less patriarchal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it?
Yes.
So here I wrote liberal feminist ideas have had a positive impact on policy by passing laws. Example, maternity, paternity leave. These days there's maternity leave, there's paternity leave. Men and women can have leave like from work. Do you understand?
Yes.
Equal pay legislation. So men and women could get the same pay in as much as they are doing the same job.
Yes.
This is true laws, right? Divorce laws. So these are divorce laws. So both men and women have accessibility to understand what it means to go into divorce. Do you understand? So that means divorce laws both have effect on us, not just for the men, not for the woman. No, divorce laws is for both the men and the woman, both partners. Do you understand? So this is about liberal feminism. They think about laws, policies that will put things in order. That it is only laws and policies that will make equality between genders. Do you understand?
Yes.
But what is the limitation about liberal feminism? Here I was. It fails to address the main cause of women's oppression within the family. It focuses on how gender inequality is a result of cultural attitudes and insufficient laws, which make it not to understand. Do you understand?
No.
The point is that for liberal feminism, the problem about liberal feminism is that it fails to address women oppression within the family, that women are oppressed in the family, based on the fact that it's only men that make decisions, solely decisions, and men are free to do a lot of things that women cannot do in terms of their freedom. So that is oppression. So liberal feminism does not talk about the oppression, does not address the oppression faced by women. Rather, it only talks about coming up with policies, and policies will solve these things. But these things are more than policies. They are cultural attitudes. It's culture, it's the way of life of men to oppress women. So it is not about the policy that the liberal feminists are talking about.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So the criticism about liberal feminism is that it doesn't address the oppression faced by women in the family, which is not good. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
All right. Shall we move on? All right. We go to cohabitation.
It's a placement. What's cohabitation?
Like cohabitation means both man and woman are living together without getting married. That is cohabitation. I think it's like, is it clear, please?
Yes.
So now the question says cohabitation is replacing marriage.
Yes.
We should support this view. So yeah, I wrote cohabitation is the process of living together without being married.
So we need first to explain or just
Yeah, you have to.
me.
Yeah, I'm explaining for you because you should know.
Yes, but I mean in the exam, I don't have to explain.
If you write it, they're going to give you a mark. Yeah, they're going to give you a mark for that. Yeah. So now I said cohabitation is replacing marriage based on the following reasons. Number one, the increase in the financial independence of women, which means they no longer need marriage for financial security. These days, women, while there's cohabitation now, these days, women, they have financial independence. So they feel it's not important for them to get married.
Yes.
So they could be at home and they could have their own house that the man would visit. They don't want to go to the man anymore. Do you understand? Because they are financially free. If it has to be financial security, they have financial independence. So it doesn't matter to them anymore. It doesn't matter to them in terms of financial security. So they're not going to get married because of financial security anymore, because they have financial independence. You get the point?
And this, Mr. And this is happening in the real life for the
Yes.
for the other world.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Cohabitation.
I know it's free, but not that. I mean, I think that it's like 5% or
No, it's really happening. It's because of the environment you are here that makes you to think
yes,
so.
it's stupid.
No. This is sociology. It's the
Yes,
society.
I know. I'm just talking to you. Except the sociology.
Yeah, it's sociology. It's happening.
This could be.
It's happening. So we go to the second point.
Yeah.
Less social stigma attached to living together without marriage. These days, the stigma means like people condemn you that, oh, they are not married and they are living together. So these days, there's decline in stigma from the society. Nobody cares anymore. Do you understand what we're talking about? So these days, nobody cares about you get married before you stay together or you don't get married. So that has caused cohabitation to increase. Do you get the point? Then the third point I made here, I said it is easier to live a cohabitation. It is easier to live a cohabitating relationship than a marriage. So partners might feel it is better for them to cohabitate because in cohabitation, each partner can leave each other without any stress. Unlike in marriage, that it has to go through divorce. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you get my point here?
Yes.
It is easier to live cohabitating relationship
You don't need like
than marriage.
Way. Yeah, feeling. Just
you live.
Give out the home.
Yes. Do you understand? And the last point I made, second to the last one, I said decline in the levels of marriage, as some believe that it is no more popular to get married before partners start staying together. So the belief of some people that we don't have to get married before we start staying together. You get the point? No. Like they feel it's not important for them to get married before they stay together. So that's their own perspective, individualism. Is it clear? Yes. And the last point, partners create a more negotiated and equal relationship than conventional marriage. These days, both partners will sit down, discuss about things true, and if they accept, they go into it without marriage. Do you understand? They negotiate marriage, they negotiate cohabitation. They talked about it, and if they both accept the equality, if they both accept the conditions, the terms, then they cohabitate. Because they both agree. Yes. Do you get the point? So we go to B. It said, using sociological material, give one argument against this view. So my point is that cohabitation is not replacing marriage based on the following reason. Cohabitation is part of the process of getting married. Mm-hmm. So it's not replacing marriage. It is a process, it's part of the process of getting married. Like do you get my point?
It's type of marriage.
It's a process of getting married. Because it's the process. Because so with cohabitation,
that's the first step for marriage.
Marriage, thank you. Yeah. So here I go. I said cohabitation is part of the process of getting married, as it can be considered as a trial period.
Yes. Just
where both partners can understand each other better and closely to enhance a very happy life. So it is not replacing marriage. Is it clear? I think it's clear, right? All right. Go to question.
1 point on B.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 point. So go to question 4. Wait, I think I have to. Okay, yeah, sorry. So for question 4, they said evaluate the functionalist perspective on the role of the family. The functionalist, basically, the functionalist talked about the nuclear family being functional. Because the nuclear family has to be functional in terms of socialization, that is when the children will be able to understand the norms and conformity in the society. That's functionalist view about the family. You get my point? So, yeah, I said, according to functionalists, according to the functionalists, family act as a bridge between the individual and society, where the norms and conformity can be taught and exchanged. So, one of the functionalist ideology about family, yes, sure. Okay, the question says we should evaluate based on functionalist view the role of family.
Functionalist is a type of
There are sociology
sociology
that believes that the society is in chaos, the society is in problem, because each socialization agency are not doing what they are supposed to do. The school is not functioning well. If the school is functioning well, if the school has taught kids, if the school is not suffering from institutional racism, if the teachers are not labeling negatively, that the society will be fine. If the family are not leaving the kids on taking, if the families are there to put the kids in order, things will be fine. So that is functionalist view about the family and the society. Do you get the question now?
Yes.
So, according to the functionalist, family act as a bridge between the individual and society. So that means the family must take care of the individuals so that it can connect with the society.
Yes.
You get the point? Yes. So the second point, both instrumental and expressive leader both instrumental and expressive leader will be carried out to support family and society. So this is instrumental role and expressive role, domestic role and financial role are carried out. If they are carried out in the family, the society will be fine. So parents understand when they have to take care of the kids morally, they have to speak to them for moral, and when they have to give them the materials they need to succeed, also in education. Do you understand? So that means the parents are functioning. That is the point there. If the parents are not functioning, that is when they won't be able to take up the instrumental and expressive leader.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
The third point, family is seen as the heart of the society. So as the family is the most sensitive of all socialization. So it's the most sensitive of all socialization.
Family.
Yeah, family, because that is where socialization starts. That is where integration to the family starts.
Yes.
Do you get the point? The fourth point, the family, the nuclear family here, teaches the gender role, which creates the sense of responsibility for both boys and girls. So the nuclear family, like I told you earlier, some few classes before, like the father will continue to talk to the boys that, oh, this is how we do, this is what you should do. And the mom will continue to talk to the girl, this is how you have to do, this is what you have to do in society. So that means gender role is being taught through the family. Is it clear? However, Marxists, not the functionalists now, for the Marxists, they argue that functionalist views on family ignores the role of family in supporting capitalism as the family reinforces them. So for Marxists, they believe that the society is of class. So for Marxists, they don't believe in functionalist ideology. They believe that the family, there's class in the family. And this class is based on the influence the capitalists have on the family. Do you understand? No. there is class about Marxism, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for the Marxists, they believe that family is not functioning. Why? Because they believe, because family is influenced by the capitalists. So whatever we do, for the Marxists, they believe that the family succumb, or the family does what the capitalists want them to do so that they can get money. That is about capitalists. They believe that the mind of the father, especially the father, is manipulated. So that makes him to behave how he behaves in the family. So everything he thinks about is how to make money. So the capitalist knows that they know that, oh, the men, the lower class needs money. So they make them work, and they make them to understand their own perspective. So whatever they do, their life is being shaped the way the capitalists want it to be shaped, because that's where they get money from. That's why one of the things we talked about Marxism is that in the family, there is women oppression, because women would make sure that they take care of the men to be useful for the capitalists. I think it's clear now. So Marxists do not support functionalists. They believe that the family is not functional because it is dominated by the men due to class or capitalism.
Yes.
Clear? And yeah, again, the second point I raised is functionalists fail to recognize the diversity in family setup and how this affects the roles carried out. Each family have different ways of life. So my own family, it might be the dad taking care of the house or giving us the expressive and the instrumental role. In other families, it might be the mom doing that. So there are diversity in family, which functionalists fail to understand. Because if functionalists understand that there's diversity, it will understand that there are classes in the society. Do you get the point?
Yes.
And the last point is that other institutions are now carrying out the role of the family too. So these days, even schools are taking care of kids that are not well trained at home.
Yes.
So the role of family is being taken care of by some other socialization agencies. Is it clear?
Yes.
So this is how you say that functionalists are not right about their perspective or view of the family. Any question about it?